Hello, welcome back to HLS Crypto. I'm Dan. So the title of today's video is Feeling Lost in Crypto. Sounds a bit like a song. Let's hope we can quit our 9 to 5s in this bull run. So as you probably saw that today, crypto crashed, and this would have caused a lot of people to feel fear. But let's actually take a look at this and discuss 3 crashes that I think will help you navigate these waters. So firstly, if you were in the crypto space back in 2020, 2021, you would be very familiar with the situation. You're probably thinking back to it now, that we were buying coins on the way up, but everyone was shouting for Bitcoin to hit 100K. It didn't come. It crashed after it hit 69K for the final time. Let's take a look at what the prices that people were buying these coins at. So, for instance, HBAR back in its peak was 57 cents. Today it's 5 cents, so that's 90% down. Quant was up to 420. That's now $99, 76% down. Gala hit 83 cents. It's down to 0.019, 97% down. Quant's not held up too badly, but still 76% down. Trias was 31, when as of today is 289. So it's 90% down as well. Not a lot of people were buying coins bang on these prices. Obviously, these were their peaks, but you'd be buying them on the way up and expecting a higher return. The higher return never came. Bitcoin crashed. Everything went down with it. I'm sure that's a familiar tale for most of us who lived through that initial bull run. I and some of the people I know were buying in the build up to these prices, and we all got hammered. But this is because we didn't understand the bull and bear cycles that happen in crypto and in stock markets and things like that. But we didn't understand this fully. I'm sure a lot of people didn't. They were investing at the wrong times. Essentially, we were coming in under that FOMO wave, which again, in 2025, we're going to need those exact same people coming in and buying at the prices that we want to sell at. That's just how it is. It's player versus player. So that example is a bull market ending crash. It didn't go boom straight down. It does take a little bit of time to lay it down, but even so, it's still a dramatic drop initially. Now today it looks so much smaller in comparison. So Bitcoin today, if you look, did that. Quant did that. As you can see, they all pretty much did exactly the same. There's a couple more examples here for XRP and Hedera. They all had that same bang, straight down, straight down, straight down. Now there's been a fair bit of recovery here, although Bitcoin looks like it might continue to trend down, which isn't great, but some of the coins held up pretty well. I think Quant probably held up one of the best. And finally, on the third crash. Now this is a hypothetical crash, but is there a bigger crash coming? I put a poll out on the community tab, and a lot of people are saying yes, there will be a bigger crash coming. I think it's looking more and more likely. I've heard people call for Bitcoin to return to $15,000. I find that unlikely, but can you imagine the prices of altcoins if that happens? It would be like bargain central. I don't think it's going to go down to 15. The Red October event that people are kind of calling it could potentially start in September. If this does happen, I would expect the lowest Bitcoin would go is around 19 to 20K, but I'm not a charts guy. I'm not by any means. I'm not a day trader. I'm here to do the DCA, the strategy, layering in, layering out, as we've discussed before. So how do you cope with the fear and anxiety of these things happening along our journey to the bull run? Again, first thing I would do is select your DCA strategy so you're not, doing things on emotion. Choose your 5, 8, 10 altcoins that you believe in and religiously layer into them each week or month. It's a boring strategy, and I get it is. It's just a boring strategy going in, spreading your money out every month or every week, just like that. But it's the best strategy for me personally. I believe it's the best strategy, and will be the best strategy for most who want to make big profits in the bull run. And you're taking that kind of element of stress out of it. Now, you could sit and hold cash and wait for the crashes. This can work, but I'm not doing this strategy, as what if a crash never comes? You won't have any money in the market, and if the bull run takes off, you're going to be left chasing the markets, which I think that also happened to a few people back in 2021. Or you can combine the two, put half into your DCA, save half for a crash. But again, could work, but it's not for me. It's not the strategy I want to implement. Next skill you need to master is yourself, and I've spoke about this in previous videos, and it's key. controlling those emotions. So yeah, when things do crash, you know, it's not about going, oh my God, everything's over, and then selling your bags, because then what tends to happen is when that crash is over, they go back up, and then you're going to be buying them at a higher price again. That doesn't seem to make much sense. So it's best not to do that, but that'll be an emotional thing. A lot of people deal with that emotion and do that, which everyone's probably been guilty of who's watching this, but make sure that we don't do them things. Patience and a plan of action on the way in and on the way out. Now, this is just as important. So think about, just for a second, why did you get into cryptocurrency? Like, work out why you got into cryptocurrency. Now, for me, it's to enjoy a better life. And no, I don't want a Lambo, but I want land and have a more off-grid approach in the future. For you, it might be the Lambo, it might be holidays, it might be a new house, etc. Whatever it is, be clear on what you want. But whatever it is you want, you need a plan of action, right? So in previous videos, I mentioned that it's important to layer in and layer out. So we're all doing the first bits right. We've got great average entry prices for our alts. The bull run, you know, hypothetically is now in full swing. Now we need to start taking those profits. So maybe take it at 20% at each of our target levels, maybe 25%. It's up to you and your target and what exactly you need to achieve your bull market goal. So for instance, Quant, there's a video out there on Quant, how I've laid out in Quant. I would do $700, maybe 20% there, 20% at 850, then getting closer to the 1,000, and then over the 1,000 on the last two, layering out. But this is exactly however you want to do it. It's down to you. If you're looking and thinking, how much do I need to invest to get my targets? Well, I can't answer that, as I don't know what your goal is. But as an example, if you were looking for a safe 10x and the house that you want to buy is 250k, then you'll need 25k in the market. And yes, you could get much higher return than a 10x, but let's keep it safe. And then you've got to look into things like taxes too. But again, some countries you don't pay any tax, other countries you pay 40%. So it all depends on what your country's laws are. And so that's going to be another thing that you'll have to discuss with an accountant or a tax professional in whatever region you're in. If once you've calculated everything you want and you've set your bags accordingly and you've got some left over, then of course you can take on a more riskier play that can get you to 100x gains. You can then have a bit of fun with it. But my opinion is the bigger safe bags should be built first. And then even with the ones, like you could do this with a meme coin. I'm not really going to be thinking about meme coins too much. But you could then, you know, if you want the more riskier play, go for like labs, like we've spoken about before, something with low market cap that's got real potential to run. That could easily 100x. Raising your income will help you fill the bags faster. Now, again, we've spoken about this before, whether you're into e-commerce, whether you've got a YouTube channel, whether you've got a product that you sell, whether you've got, you know, side gigs, whether you do some work for Fiverr, for Upwork, things like that. Whatever it is that you do that you can generate a bit extra income, whether it's doing more hours at your 9 to 5 or whatever that is, that'll help you obviously build your bags faster. I believe the bull run is 2025, so we've maybe got 8 to 12 months to get those bags built. Now, obviously, with every passing month, that time decreases. It doesn't need to be complicated. Like, this is a very simple strategy for if you're feeling a bit lost in crypto. It doesn't have to be some unique masterpiece of a plan. It can just be the simple basics of DCAing in, getting in as low as you can with all of your target altcoins, and then sitting on them, continue to DCA in as much as you can, continue to try and raise your income levels. Then when the bull run hits and you're starting to ramp towards the price targets that you set for your individual coins, start layering them out. Get that money back into your bank account, and then you've had a successful bull run. Now, it isn't always as simple as that. There will be stresses along the way and things like that. But again, controlling your emotions, being a bit more stoic. You know, when these targets are hit, don't hold on for extra ones that you know, because that could just leave you wrecked. Take what you've set out to take. When you've written them down today, take what you set out to take in 2025. Because if it goes to the point where they go to 100x, but you might have took out at like 60x, 40x, 20x. But if you've still hit your goal, that's okay. That's okay. Obviously, if you want to, and you want to play a little bit more degen, you can always leave 10% of all your bags and see if they can chase the big ones. That's entirely up to you. You know, it's something that you may want to do, but I think you'll have more of a gut feeling for that as you're going along. Huge thank you as well, by the way, for all the subscribers. You know, we're moving up pretty quickly now, and it's all down to you guys. So hopefully, you know, together we're on this journey now, and it's going well. So if you did like this video, if you enjoyed it, if you got some value from it, then please like the video and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.